Good afternoon, good day, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Sandy Daley, and I welcome you to another edition of IRAWMA's live Instagram, Facebook, YouTube edition, and YouTube and Facebook and Instagram live show. So, this is a special one tonight because tomorrow, believe it or not, is the actual last day to vote for your favorite reggae, Afrobeat, reggaeton, all the categories that we have. Tomorrow is the last day. Can you believe it? March the 10th. And we are here. So IRAWMA, of course, will be happening at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts March 30th. And tomorrow is the last day. So we want to just make sure that you know that you can actually go out and vote at IRAWMA.com. And if you don't know all the categories, all the songs, all the singers, just go out and make sure that you vote for the person that you love in that category that you love. So if you want to vote for reggae artist or soca artist or whosoever it is, go to IRAWMA.com and vote. Because this show, the 42nd annual IRAWMA show, is going to be a big one. It is the world show. It is the reggae show. Everybody's coming. I'm going to have to find myself there for sure because I know that you're going to be there. So make sure that you're there. But I also just want to say big ups and hi and welcome to all the ladies. It is International Women's Month. Yesterday was International Women's Day. And of course, we're celebrating the weekend. So without going into it any further, we're just going to talk about the ladies, some of the ladies that we actually have nominated here today. We've got folks like Shensia, we've got folks like Spice, we've got, a lot of other people. We've got people that are done stuff, are doing stuff, still doing stuff. Carlene Davis is one of my favorites, and she's actually been nominated. So we're going to make sure that you know that you can actually go out and vote for all the folks that you want to vote for, but especially to all the ladies. As I said, sometimes it is so difficult for us to get up and do what we need to do because it is, you have the family that you have to take care of. You've got work, you've got all these things. So as a woman, I am so happy to see that these ladies are in it and that these ladies are going to do it this year. So we're going to be playing one of the nominees. Her name is Naomi Cohen, and it's the best female vocalist. And this category is sponsored by Tough Bomb. So here it is, just a little snippet of her song.
Just know me like we knew we never had to say your word, not just show silence. You never put up a fight, no. Paradise flow. Just know me like we knew we never had to say your word, not just show silence. Spending time on the regular. We're past the days when you just call me from the cellular. If I'm the book, then you're the editor. God, we always bringing all the best in us. It's not a rushing, man. Even though you cuss me cause I stress you, I know doping, man. It's just a trusting, man. Doing life together, got each other, I know doping. You never put up a fight, no. Paradise flow. You just know me like we do, we never had to say a word, not a sound. Silence.
And that, of course, is an amazing voice. And for me, I like to highlight folks that perhaps you haven't heard about. And this lady has been doing her thing for a number of years, but now she's in the limelight. So she's up for Best Female Vocalist. And her category is filled with amazing ladies. You've got Marcia Griffiths, you've got her, you've got Etana, and a bunch of others. So make sure that you go out and vote for her if you'd like to see her win in that category. Because as I said, it is not an easy thing to be a female singer these days. It's not an easy thing to be a woman in the business. I know how difficult it is sometimes. I've got my children, I've got my family, I've got work, I've got all these other things pressing. But the goal and the love for me is hosting, is working on award shows, it's working on radio shows. You can also catch me on Super Jams Radio. It is writing. So therefore I understand. So big ups to her. Now we're going to move on to another lady who did her thing this year. And this lady, I'm telling you, she has been everywhere. And her song, Hit and Run, was one of the biggest hits for last year. And I'm going to talk about it when I come back. So here is Shensia with Hit and Run. Stay tuned.
Dear Lord, but too young for lockdown with nobody. I pray one day somebody keep her company. And a girl like me just wanna have fun and more money. But you a pre-relationship and that's a no for me. Hey, you think I coulda get in on my feelings? You coulda got me to settle down. Nigga, I hit on a run. Nigga, I hit on a run. Me did only one little daily. Love you, nigga, look you must sit down. Nigga, I hit on a run. Nigga, I hit on a run. Long story short, your pussy good and done.
Now that is one of my favorite songs. And as you can see, I'm doing the bogo. Yeah, I still know how to do that. But anyways, that song was so big last year. And it was an anthem for all the women because it really just speaks about female empowerment. It speaks about owning your own sexuality. It speaks about you being in control of your own life. And so that song was just as a big one. I just on the fly, just to give you some information, I'm also a side Zumba instructor. And so for me, when I play that song in the class, the ladies are like, oh my God, that's such a catchy tune. And I couldn't, they had to make sure that we can actually understand what it was all about, right? And so we want to just make sure that I have a lot of folks who understand how great it is to have these women in this category. You've got, as I said, you've got Shensia in the category. You've got D'Angel in the category. You've got Jada Kingdom in the category. You've got Spice, right? You've got Stefflon Don. I mean, this category is going to be off the chain. Who is going to win? I have no idea. But as I said, that song, which was such a great song for us to sing in 2024 about female empowerment, is going to be continued on for the rest of our lives. I think it's going to be a song that actually stays around for forever. Now, another lady who has done her thing and who continues to do her thing is one of my favorite singers, and her name is, of course, Carleen Davis. I had the pleasure of interviewing her last week, and it was such a beautiful interview. She is now, of course, moved on to gospel. She has been in that from such a long time, but I remember singing this lady's, as she calls it, secular songs in Jamaica back when I was a child. And so to have the opportunity to interview her and speak to her about how she's actually stayed so long in the business, what her longevity is like, and why she feels that she has a legacy to go forward with, was such a great inspiration for me, because this woman has done everything and she continues to do everything. And her song Rafa, of course, is nominated for Best Gospel Song. And so Carleen Davis is one lady to watch out for. She will be there at the 42nd IRAWMA Awards, as I said, and that's going to be held at the Coral Springs Center for the Arts. Make sure you grab your tickets because the tickets are going fast. If you're going to come and actually stay at a hotel, if you're not in Florida like me, I'm in Toronto, beautiful Canada, make sure that you grab a hotel. And we do have hotel rates right now. Just give them a call and say, hey, we'd actually like to book a hotel there's one at the Marriott and there's one at the Sheraton. So just double check. Go to irawma.com and you'll actually see all the information about the hotels. So grab the hotels right now because they're going fast. So Sunday, March the 30th, once again, 2025, Coral Springs Center for the Arts. That's where you're going to see this wonderful, beautiful, long-lasting, legacy-holding woman, Carleen Davis. And I would just like to play her song right now, Rafa, which is so beautiful. So just take a listen and vote for her to make sure, okay?
Yes, we will trust you, Jehovah Rapha. You're our healer. reflection of your growth.
I just love her. Her voice is so calming. It is so spiritual. It is such a great inspiration for everyone. And as I said, she is nominated for Best Gospel Song. Make sure that you go out and vote. You've got her, you've got Richie Stevens, you've got Prince Saj. So just a few of the nominees, but Carlene Davis's Rafa is one of the songs that's been nominated. And I cannot tell you how great it was to speak to her last week. She is going to be there 100%. She actually mentioned that to me, saying, Sandy, it's not the first time they're coming up. They'll come again in terms of coming to the show. So it was just a great thing. And I'm just so excited to have her at the show. And, you know, we continue to see reggae music, the culture itself, you know, just expanding. And no matter what it is that wherever you go, I'm here in Toronto, and I'm telling you, reggae is such a prevalent source of this culture. A lot of us are from different backgrounds here, whether it be Caribbean, whether it be Asia, wherever it is that you're from, but it is all one mixed group. And so when we're here in Toronto, in Canada, we get together and we celebrate other people's culture. And this is what Martin's International is all about, celebrating the culture, celebrating everything that makes us one. So myself being here in Toronto, in Canada, doesn't exclude me from being a part of the American culture, being a part of the Caribbean culture. So it is something for us to look forward to as we get together this March the 30th. I'm going to say it once again, and make sure that you go out and vote, because tomorrow, March the 10th, is the last day for nominations. And I do believe that you have until about, say, midnight, March the 10th to vote, but you don't want to just wait and take your chances. Go now and go out and vote, okay? And I just want to make sure that you understand how great it is for us to have you here. Martin's International has been putting on the show for 42 years, excuse me. And so as you can see, the 42nd edition is going to be a huge one, okay? We are so great he is so great at putting stuff together and putting shows together, but we want to make sure that you understand how good it is to have you there, because it's all about you. It's not about us here at Martin's International. It's about you, the audience, the viewers, the ones that love the singers and the artists and the acts. And this show has been put on for your benefit. So make sure that you grab the tickets. Make sure that you come. Make sure that you have your hotel secured. I had to call last week because there was only like 11 hotel rooms left. Can you believe that? So make sure that you actually have your hotel room all booked, because you don't want to be left out in the cold, okay? And I want to just make sure that everybody understands that tomorrow, once again, as I said, is the last day for nominations to be counted. The 11th can't count, won't work, okay? It's going to be March the 10th. So make sure that you go on to IRAWMA.com and cast your vote. Now, another category that's going to be a very tight one, I'm quite sure about it, it is the Emperor of Reggae and World Music. Now, this is a big one. You've got the big guys in this one. You've got people like Buju Banton, you've got others in the category. And of course, because I love this man is just a life-standing person who actually never goes anywhere, right? So his legacy will live on forever. So here we are, and we're going to be playing Buju Banton's song, Untold Stories, right here on this IRAWMA live show, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Here with me, Sandy Daley. Let's play Buju Banton, Untold Stories. Let it rip.
Another door to the pole, may God help the soul. What is to stop the youth from getting out of control? Full of education, you know, on a payroll. The clothes from me back have countless eyes full. Could go on and on, the fool has never been told. I'm a living while I'm living, to the Father I will pray. Only him know how we get through. Every day with only I give the price. I'm a living, I will pay. While our leaders play, we say who can afford to run will run. But what about those who can't? They will have to stay. Opportunity, a scarce commodity.
I'm gonna stop dancing. I promise you. I love to dance, but I'm going to try to stop dancing. Okay, so that is Buju Banton. And for those who are just joining us on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, my name is Sandy Daley, and this is another edition of IRAWMA's live show going forward to the big show on March the 30th at Coral Springs Center for the Arts. So for those who just joined us, as I said, this is the nomination, pre-nomination night. Tomorrow is the last day. You cannot nominate again. You have to jump on tomorrow. Go to IRAWMA.com and jump on and and vote for the person, your favorite artist. So even if you don't have, all the categories figured out, if you have the best reggae, if you have the person that you love for soca, if you have the person that you love for reggaeton, go to IRAWMA.com and vote. And as I mentioned before, you've got Buju Banton in this amazing category. You've also got Damian Marley. You've got Sean Paul. You've got Shaggy. And you've got Spice. When did I tell you this is going to be the big one of the big ones? This category is going to be amazing. Who's going to win? I have no idea. I have no clue, but I'm going to be there to find out because I'm going to be surprised just as yourself. And I want to make sure that you guys know that we are here just collecting the nominations. So it's all based on you. It is based on what you do. You have to go on to IRAWMA.com right now before tomorrow at 12 noon. Don't 12:01. Don't call me and say, Sandy, I never get my voting. I can't help you. I'm going to try. But make sure that you have your voting by tomorrow. Moving on to another category. We've got Best New Entertainer. Now, this one is filled up with a bunch of new folks that have seemingly come out of nowhere. But what I always want to say to folks is when people always say that they've come out of nowhere, okay, it's not out of nowhere. These people have been grinding for years, but it's just a matter of folks just kind of coming forward, right? When you actually see them. You keep working on stuff. I have to say this to folks. You keep working on things. You keep pushing hard. One day it's going to happen for you. Don't you ever dare give up. I always say that to myself. It doesn't happen for me yesterday. It doesn't have to happen for me today. But I keep pushing, I keep grinding, and it's going to happen. And this is the category for that. So Best New Entertainer. And we do have Nige Boy. Instead of him playing, he'll be just performing. So we're going to have a performance by Nige Boy. Okay, so stay tuned and listen. Nige Boy's, he's up for Best New Entertainer. All right, here we go. Play that.
Fans are yard, fans abroad. This is the voice of the one and only Nige Boy, and I want to say a special thank you for nominating me for this year's staging of the 42nd IRAWMA Awards. Come out and celebrate with me at this prestigious, star-studded, spectacular event going down March 30th, 2025, Coral Springs, Florida. People, you do not want to miss this one. Yes, come out and celebrate with me. Get your tickets at www.irawma.com. Oh, and don't forget, vote, 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 vote. IRAWMA Awards, March 30th, 2025, Coral Springs, Florida. Don't miss it. See you there. Continental Award at Tech Set. No, you got ready.
That voice, I mean, I couldn't have said it better. What did he say? Vote, 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 right? Because you have to vote. You have to vote. If you don't vote, you're going to have your best person, the person that you want to have win, lose. It's all up to you. And I'm going to implore you, I'm going to say to you, listen, you got to make sure that you put your vote in, because if you don't vote, it's just going to be left by the wayside. So in that category, you've got Nige Boy, you've got Sly and Rocky, you've got YG Marley, you've got Yaxter, you've got Armani. I mean, that's going to be another big category, because these new artists, as we call them new artists, have been grinding for years. And I have to say that with my teeth. They've been grinding for years, right? And all of a sudden they just pop out of nowhere. But these people have been working hard. So you want to give them their flowers while they're here. Give them the big dues while they're here. So make sure that you go out and vote. Once again, as I said, tomorrow is the last day. And we will see you there at Coral Springs Center for the Arts, March 30th. I will be there making sure that everything, all the artists that I love, I can say, hey, what up, it's Sandy. They're going to know Sandy who? I hope not. Anyways, but for me, it's just something that I love to do. And I want to make sure that you know that you can actually have a say in what happens in this award show. And this is different than a lot of other award shows, don't you think? A lot of times you think, who voted, right? How did that person win? But this is putting the ball right into your hands, telling you that you can vote for the person who you want to win. All right, so there you go. Make sure that you go out and vote. Okay, now we're going to move on to another category, and this is another category that I love. As I, disclosed a few minutes ago, I'm also a Zumba instructor, and when I play reggaeton, it is nothing but crazy in the classes. When I play Shensia, it is crazy. When I play reggaeton, it is crazy. So here we've got Carol G. This is for best reggaeton entertainer, and this is her song. And I just want to make sure that you guys know how to groove because I'm going to be grooving at the same time. So let's go, Carol G. All right, Carol G. I'm waiting.
Novia tuya me pone celosa y aunque es hermosa, ey, no te va a tratar como yo, no te va a besar como yo, no está tan rica así como yo. Ella es tímida y yo no con esta dona que tengo yo. Me atrevo a comérmelo todo. Hoy estás jangueando con ella, pero después tal vez no. ¿Qué hubiera sido si antes te hubiera conocido? Seguramente estarás bailando hasta conmigo, no como amigos. Ey, ¿qué hubiera sido?
All right, okay, I'm going to stop. Okay. As you can see, yes, I do frequent Spanish clubs sometimes. Back in the day when I was much younger, much younger. But anyways, I love reggaeton. And she is in this amazing category. And you've also got folks like Bad Bunny, a big reggaeton artist. So with her, Bad Bunny and some others, you're going to have some great reggaeton moves. And I'm going to show you, go, hey, no, 1, 2, 3, move it, move it, move it. Yeah, this is how you do it. 1, 2, 3, left, 1, 2, 3. Okay, you're going to say, Sandy, stop. But I want you to make sure that you know that you can vote for who it is that you want to win, right? Tomorrow is the very last day, not the 11th, not the 12th. Don't call me up and go, Sandy, me miss it tonight. No, I can't help you, right? I told you, the 10th. So March the 10th is the very last day, and we're all going to be there at Coral Springs Center for the Arts, March the 30th. The red carpet, ladies, please. I know you can all show it off. So I want to see you times when you come to this show because of it, and it is going to be something to see. Fellas, do not disappoint me. I'm going to say, I see you. I see you in the red dress. I see you in the black skirt. Yes, okay. I see you in the bow tie. That's what I want to say, right? Because we're all going to be there, Coral Springs Center for the Arts, and this is going to be something that is so amazing. Now, another category that we have is Best Calypso Soca Entertainer. Now, for telling me, this is one of the things. I'm from the Caribbean. I'm from Jamaica originally. But Trinidad, all the other Calypso and Soca places, listen, we have it all down pat. So we're all one big family. So you've got this amazing artist who I love, Patrice Roberts, and we're going to be playing her song right now, Drink Water and Mind My Own Business, right? Here we go.
I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Mind my I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business. Me and them can't be friends. I find the battle and dragging the health and strength. No, it's we. That can't be English, that has to be French. Some of them they stop the most, like they know it all. But if the ground what I slip and fall, it's them from a I go drink water and mind my business. Mind my business. Drink water and mind my business.
That's a dance. You drink water and that's a dance. She's nominated for Best Soca, Calypso Soca Entertainer. And I'm telling you, that song, I mean, that's not the song, but it's just her career that we're trying to celebrate, and all the others who are in this category. That song was something that I play all the time, and this lady has been doing it for a long time. And so all the others as well. You've got folks like Asa Banton, you've got Makai Teja, you've got Patrice Roberts, and I do apologize for messing up some of the names, but these people have been doing it. And as I said, soca, calypso is something that we love. It is something that we look forward to. It is something that we make sure that we dance to. I don't care what part of the Caribbean you're from. It is something that you love. So make sure that you go out and vote. Now, moving on to another category, we've got Best Afrobeat Entertainer. And this person is going to be on there. And, Willie Paul is somebody that you have to check out because Afrobeat is something that is amazing. Is a great category, and with that, you've got folks who are from different parts of the world who are just doing their thing. So you want to make sure that you come out and listen to some good Afrobeat songs, right? You've got Diamond Plumbers, who is actually in the category. You've got Tyler. You've got Willie Paul, as I said, Mr. P. All these folks are going to be there. Well, not there, but just in this category. So you want to make sure that you know who it is that you're voting for, right? Make sure that you know who you're voting for. So as I said, you've got Willie Paul is in this category. We're going to be playing a little snippet of the song right now because it is something to behold. So here you go, Willie Paul. Here I go. I think I'm just dancing up a way. And before before we even like play Willie Paul, I want to just make sure that you understand how difficult it is for artists to actually get their songs on the radio and for it to get played. And for us to actually have the time, and the love that we give to them is just a big thing for them. So this is why it is so important for you to go out, and make sure that you vote, make sure that you know who it is who's your best artist that you love so much, the person that you want to win. Because if you don't vote, right? If you don't vote, the person that you want to win is not going to win, right? And then it's going to be on you. You're going to say to yourself, man, I wish I had voted. Man, I wish I'd done the thing that Sandy told me, right? Because if you don't do it, what's going to happen is that person is not going to win. So tomorrow, March the 30th, is the very last day for the nominations to be counted, for your vote to be counted. You want to make sure that you go out and vote and go to IRAWMA.com and vote. And once again, even if you don't know all the singers, but you love the category of reggae or soca or reggaeton or whatever, or Afrobeat, you actually know. Okay, so go out and vote, and it is right up there on the screen. Vote now, favorite artist for your favorite nominee. Go to IRAWMA.com. Sunday, March the 30th, 2025. You can also get tickets at IRAWMA.com or centers.com, centers.cs.com, and you can actually get tickets from there, right? So the www.centers.com and also IRAWMA.com, because there is where you're actually going to get all the information. So we're going to have some Afrobeat right now. We're going to make sure that we play that and you can listen and just kind of, get into the groove.
Ukifunga dera unanimaliza, michezo chumbani unanimaliza. Oh mama, wewe ni my sugar sukari, ulivyozidi utamu nikuite asali.
What did I tell you? I tell you, this award show is gonna get me in trouble, okay? Because I'm gonna be dancing all the time. But like, they're gonna know me just from seeing me dancing. But oh my God, there's that Sandy girl, right? Because I love to move. Because these songs are amazing. So Willie Paul is nominated. Make sure that you go out and vote. And of course, as I said, tomorrow is the very last day for you to vote. This is no joke. This is all on you right now. And make sure that you try to get your hotels secured, because everyone is going to be there. Everybody's coming down at least for 2-3 days. It is a Sunday. Everyone's going to be there to try to have fun. Everyone's going to be there because they're taking this thing so serious. We are going to have a great time. But this show, the 42nd IRAWMA show, international show, is going to be it's going to be nothing like other shows, okay? And I'm not saying that to be, I'm just saying this show is going to be something else. Everyone is coming. Everyone that wants to be there is coming. Everyone that loves the culture is coming. Everyone that loves reggaeton is coming. Everyone that loves Afrobeat is coming. Everyone that loves soca is coming. I want to make sure that you know that you can come, right? Make sure that you get your tickets from IRAWMA.com. And lastly, I want to just highlight a big category. You've got the Marcus Garvey Humanitarian Award. And, this category is huge. You've got some folks who have done it all. You've got some folks who continue to do it all. You've got some folks who try to make sure that they have their bases covered, because it's not only about the music, it is about giving back. I'm always one to encourage folks to give back. I'm always one to encourage folks to, empower somebody else. I'm always one to encourage folks to inspire somebody else, because you being on this earth is not just all about you, it's about other folks that are with you or around you, and you want to make sure that you can give back. And this award, this category, is going to be an amazing one. So I've got a little snippet of a song from Steve Stevens, excuse me. It's called Reverse the Curse. And sometimes we need to do that. Reverse the Curse. Here it is by Richie Stevens, right? Just want to make sure that you hear that, because sometimes you need to just reverse.
The perils and the jeopardy and wickedness them come crashing down one day. Tell them back up and leave you. Satan lose the fight once more. My God is always in time to settle the score. Everybody sing again. Reverse the curse to where it's coming from. Turn it back as fast as you can. Cause Father God, you know their malicious intentions. So send it back to sender and mash up their plans. No reports where the enemy sat, because they pulled out their Father God knows who you are. Tell the whole of them.
I love that music. Reverse the curse. Sometimes you just need to go like, you know what, get off of me. Reverse the curse. Back away from the curse. I don't want no curse around me, right? Nobody does. But as I said, this song is a part of this category, is going to be huge, right? You've got Richie Stevens in this. You've got Bounty Killer. You've got Bob and Rita Marley Foundation, right? You've also got The Angel. You've also got VP Records, Sonia Patterson, a bunch of others who are in this category. So, as I said, giving back is so important in this world, in this business, because a lot of times people just think that it's all about me. It is not. You are part of the universe, and it is so great to see that people like Richie Stevens, Bounty Killer are giving back. The Angels are giving back, and this is why we've created this award for them. This section is for them. So who's going to win? I have no idea, but I do know that you need to come and see us at the IRAWMA 42nd IRAWMA show, Sunday, March the 30th, 2025, Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Coral Springs, Florida. Get your tickets now from IRAWMA.com. Get your hotel. When you go there, you can actually see a link. And make sure, as I said, tomorrow is the last day to vote. So make sure that you vote, because you don't want to get left behind. You don't want to say, hey, Sandy, I didn't vote. I didn't listen. I don't want that to happen to you, because tomorrow is the day. There's no other day. We're not extending it. No, don't call and say, Sandy, you can't give it till Tuesday. No, can't do it. Okay? It's going to be tomorrow, March the 30th. No ifs, ands, or buts. So you want to make sure that you go on and vote. And, as I said, even if you don't know all the categories, even if you don't know all the singers, but you have a specific category, a specific singer, a specific artist that you love, make sure that you go out and vote. And it's just not just about artists. It's, DJs and poets and people that do amazing things within our community. You've got entertainers, record producer of the year. You've got comedian of the year. You've got concerts of the year. You've got social influencer of the year, social entertainer of the year, best entertainer, media, and a bunch of other categories and awards that we're going to be giving out. So make sure that you show up at the show, March 30th, Sunday, March 30th, Coral Springs Center for the Arts. I will be there. I'm going to make sure you're going to be able to pick me up, because you're going to see me dancing in the corner. You're going to know me. Oh, that's a Sandy girl, right? So I'm so excited to have this opportunity to speak to you, to implore you, to convince you, to try to remind you that tomorrow is the actual last day for you to vote. And I'm going to show up, and as I said, we're going to make sure that everything is all good for you. Don't miss the red carpet, ladies and gents. I want you to show up in your finest, your best. But you know what? The best thing I want you to show up with, the best attitude, the best behavior, the best love for everyone that's going to be there, because it's going to be a huge love fest. Okay. So once again, Coral Springs Center for the Arts, Sunday, March the 30th. And I'm going to be there as well. But once again, we're just reminding you that tomorrow is the very last day to vote. And with that being said, I thank you so very much for inviting me and welcoming me into your homes. And I look forward to another, show as we go along, because there's a lot more coming on after this right now in terms of interviews with the artists. So check us out. Come back here on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Check us all, or check out all the interviews with myself and other folks and other hosts as well too. So you've got some great hosts who have actually been doing this alongside with myself. Make sure that you watch all the shows. Make sure that you watch all the interviews. But lastly, do not forget to what? I heard it. Vote. With that being said, bye guys. Thank you so much. Once again, my name is Sandy Dale, and I'll see you at the show. Yeah.